The first pincushion I'm going to make today is in the square jadeite glass. I've had many people message me and ask about making using a square vessel. So here's my sample, and you can see that the 3.5 inch works, and it leaves a little bit of open space. So basically you just make a 3.5 inch square instead of a circle. So I am going to make the center of the flower my center. So I will find my center. So 3.5 would be 1.75. So I will mark that there. Over to 3.5. Do some lines. Then I will come in here . 0.75 down to 3.5. I will cut this out. And the other thing that I do that I find helpful is I round the corners. Just leaves a little less bulk when I am making this into a yo-yo. Come down to the corner, I just fold it in a little bit to get around the edge and keep going. All right, I'm ready to stuff with my polyfill. So I grab, will be the right amount. Might be too much. Some of that out. I can add more if I need to. And work it in here, and then I'm going to add that second running stitch to hold it in place while I get the shape the way I want it to be. So there's my first fill. Time for the running stitch. You can already see it squaring up a little bit instead of being round. All right, here we go. All right, let's see how it fits. I haven't tied it off yet, so I still have a little bit of time to play. It just fits into the corners a lot better than the round. I like it. Let's get that tied off. One other thing I wanted to share that I am doing with this pincushion is I'm putting a really small button on. So this button It's like a micro button. You can see how tiny it is. It requires me to use a very thin needle with a very, very small eye and only one strand of floss. So this can be a little bit tedious, but I really didn't want to take away from the center of the flower. That's where the focus should be, and not overtaken by the bud. So get this attached, see how it looks. Sometimes I use my tweezers to pull out polyfill that's coming through. All right, I'm finished with it. I like the way it looks. That took me about 8 minutes to put that button on. It's a little bit tedious with a thin needle, and putting the button on just required patience anyway. I always like the way the buttons look on there. I like the way this one turned out. It's really pretty.